Hello, my dear yogis. Welcome. My name is Petra. Today I have detoxifying flow ready for you. We will do lots of twists, but don't worry, we will not do anything crazy or we won't move fast. We will move consciously and slowly with breath. Make sure you have yoga blocks, pillows, blankets ready nearby so you can modify postures to your needs. So let's begin. So we will begin in a child's pose, extended child's pose. So if you were sitting on a yoga blanket, you can move it away and then bring the big toes to touch, open your knees as wide as you would like. The further apart, the more stretch you are gonna get into those hips. So first lengthen through the spine, take an inhale, and with your exhalation, start crawling your fingertips forward. So as far as you comfortably can reach, and then gently bring your forehead down to the mat. So let's all together take a big inhale through the nose and big open mouth exhale. Beautiful. Let's do it one more time. Take a big breath in. Open mouth exhale. Let it go. Letting your chest, your heart melt down towards the ground. And bring your awareness to your shoulders. And let's see if you can soften your shoulders, the space between your shoulder blades, your neck muscles. So you might be holding tension, maybe in your jaw, you might be clenching your jaw. Just take a moment to soften your jaw and take a moment just to fully relax your whole body. And then you can slowly start bringing your full awareness, your full attention to your breath. So take a couple of mindful breaths here, inhaling, exhaling through the nose. And if you'd like to engage your Ujjayi breath, so this breath is achieved by inhaling and exhaling through the nose with a little constriction in the back of your throat. So really great pranayama to anchor to your breath, to listen to the sound of your breath, and just let go of any worries, any negative thoughts. Just let go of your past. Stop thinking about your future, your to-do list, anything that can wait. Just enjoy this time for yourself. And I'm so grateful that you find time for this practice and we are here together. So please you choose just normal breathing in and out through the nose, or if you'd like to do the Ujjayi breath, Victoria's breath, go for it. And then start walking your hands towards your body, lifting your torso back upright. All right, yogis. So let's come to seated position. So finding any comfortable seated position. Again, feel free to use a blanket or pillow so you have your hips a little bit higher. It's easy on your knees. And then please you choose legs crossed or you can sit on your heels. Just take a moment here to find nice long spine. So maybe if you need to wiggle a little bit here to really finding those sit bones grounding down through those sit bones, lengthen through the spine, your shoulders down from your ears. Relax your elbows, rest your hands on your knees or on your thighs, whatever feels better to your body. And just for a moment, let's close our eyes here. Let's bring your hands to your heart, your Anjali Mudra. Take inhale. And with your exhalation, drop your head down, chin to chest. So bowing your head towards your heart, finding that connection inward. And maybe if you'd like to use this time to set an intention for this practice or for your day, you can do it now. And also notice the nice stretch you are getting in the back of your neck. So really drawing that chin towards your chest. And relax your elbows, relax your shoulders. And let's all together take one more big inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, let something go. Awesome. With your next inhalation, really slowly start lifting your head, opening your eyes, resting your hands back on your knees. Take an inhale as you reach through your left fingertips and then stretch over to the right. So make sure this is just side body stretch, so you're not turning your chest upward or turning forward. So make this side body stretch. Be mindful of your lower back. And then if you would like, you can go deeper into this pose on your forearm or stay on your hand. Don't overdo it. Warming up our body, grounding through your left hip and breathing deeply. Let's take a one more cycle of breath here. Big breath in. Exhale as you deepen this stretch. Gorgeous. Rising back upright as you inhale. Exhale, release your left fingertips on the mat. Inhale as you sweep your right arm up. First, reaching up as high as you can. And then keeping that length inside body. Stretch over to the left. Two more deep breaths. Falling a little deeper with each exhale. Slowly release, rising back upright. Let's take an inhale, lengthen through the spine. And as you exhale, revolve your torso open to the right. So opening, twisting your body to the right. Your left hand on your knee or on your thigh, right fingertips behind your body. If your fingertips cannot touch the floor, you can support your hand on a block. So keep twisting your body with each exhalation, maybe a little bit more. And also maybe looking over your back shoulder to stretch the side of your neck. Make sure not holding any tension in your jaw. Let's take all together again. Big inhale through the nose. Long open mouth exhale as you deepen your twist. Slowly return back to center. Take a big inhale here. Big exhale as you twist your torso open to the left. Again, finding nice and long neck, so make sure not looking down, so looking forward. Your chin parallel to the ground. And with each inhalation, lengthen through the spine, reaching up through the crown of your head. And with each exhalation, deepening your twist, detoxifying your body. Also engaging your abdominals, so pulling your navel in and up towards your spine to deepen your twist. And then when you're ready, slowly release. With your next inhalation, sweep your arms up overhead, reaching up high. Big stretch, big breath here. And as you exhale, release your arms behind your lower back, interlace your fingers, and then start lifting your arms, either straight arms or bend your elbows if it's too much on your shoulders. And really squeeze those shoulders together, open through the heart. So lift through your heart. Maybe if you'd like to send your gaze out, just be mindful of your neck to stretch your throat. Soften those shoulders down from your ears. Keep lifting your arms maybe a little bit higher. And with your exhalation, release. Shake out through your arms. And then make your way to your tabletop position. If you'd like, you can rest your knees on a blanket. So coming to all fours, and then check your wrist right under your shoulders and your knees about hip width apart, right under those hips. Let's start with cat cow here. So as you inhale, lift those sit bones, drop your belly, lift through the chest, your cow. And as you exhale, finding cat. So tuck your tail under, squeeze that navel in, and release the crown of your head down towards the floor. Take a big breath in, take it slow, open your chest. As you exhale, cat, so rounding your back, firmly pressing away from your yoga mat, really spreading those shoulder blades, chin to chest. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more, yogis. Big breath in. Open through the heart. Exhale, cat. Feel that beautiful stretch you are getting. And then slowly bring your spine back to neutral. Tuck your toes under and sit on your heels. If it's too much, you can stay on your hands, or you might be able to sit upright. And of course, feel free to untuck your toes at any point if it gets too much. So stretching your toes, maybe also moving your pinkies so they can stretch too. And then let's bring your hands to your heart, shoulders down. Take an inhale here, and as you exhale, slowly start twisting your torso to the right. Back to center, inhale. Exhale, twist to the left. Back to center, let's do it one more time. Exhale as you twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Hey, nice. Back to center. Let's shake it out. Interlace your fingers and then start drawing circles with your wrists. Prepare for downward facing dog. And then you can switch direction. All right, Denise, here it is, your down dog. So plant your hands, shoulder width apart. Spread your fingers so you have good base in your hands. Tuck your toes under, take an inhale. And with your exhalation, finding your downward facing dog. So first, bend your knees generously here to finding a nice long spine. Make sure you're pressing through the knuckles of your fingers. So you're not dumping all the weight into your wrist. So be mindful of your wrist here. And then you can slowly start bending one knee at a time as you extend the other leg. So bending one knee, extending the other leg. So that's okay if your heels doesn't touch the floor. Just focus on the length in your spine. So we are building strength in your upper body and also getting a nice stretch through your calves, your hamstrings. And also notice if you're holding tension in your neck. So just let it go. Let your head hang heavy down and keep pedaling. Keep sending your tailbone up and back. Your upper arms externally rotating, so drawing your shoulders down away from your ears. And also engaging your abdominal, so pulling your navel in and up towards your spine to protect your lower back. All right, let's find stillness in your down dog. Now let's take a 2 more deep breaths. A really big stretch here, deep breathing, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose or your mouth. So please, you choose. One more cycle of breath. Beautiful. Slowly bend those knees, look between your hands, and mindfully start walking your feet towards your hands for ragdoll position. So for your ragdoll position, really bend your knees a lot. And then you can start folding your torso from your hip joints. Really letting your upper body hang heavy down. Feel free to hold your opposite elbow. Shake your head, little yes, little no. If it feels good, you can add gentle movements, swaying side to side, forward and back. And then slowly release your fingertips to the mat for open twist. So let's bend your left knee, straightening your right leg. Feel free to use yoga block here or stay on your hand. And with your next inhalation, open twist to the right. So sweep your right arm up overhead, stacking your shoulders. Also, if you'd like, you can send your gaze up. And then let's release your head. Plant your right hand on your lower back. And then keep twisting a little bit more. So opening through the chest, twisting your body. And then slowly bring your right fingertips back to the mat. Bend your right knee, straighten your left leg, finding your open twist to the left. Reach up, energize those fingertips. With your next exhalation, plant your left hand on your lower back and then keep twisting, broadening across your collarbones. Beautiful. Slowly come back to center. And then again, place a bend in your knees to slowly roll all the way up to standing. Take your time, meeting in mountain pose when you are ready. All right, Yogi. So in your mountain pose, check your feet hip width apart, spreading your toes, and really take a moment to ground down through all four corners of your feet. So spreading the weight evenly. And then you can open through the chest by turning your palms forward, finding nice long spine. Reconnect with your breath, maybe Ujjayi breath here. All right, yogis, here we go. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, turning your pinkies in. As you exhale, soften those shoulders down. One more inhale, reach up a little bit higher. As you exhale, twisting your torso to the right as you bring your right fingertips down and back. So your arms at shoulder height. If your neck is okay, you can look back or you can look to the side. Come back to center when you're ready. Inhale as you stretch your body, reaching up. As you exhale, start twisting, opening your torso to the left. So twisting just your upper body. So try to square and level those hips forward. And then slowly come back to center. Sweep both arms up. Maybe look up at your fingertips. And as you exhale, your forward fall through the midline of your body. Let it go. Bow fully. Coming to half lift with your next inhalation. So please, you choose your keys, either your palms on your shins or above your knees, or you could, if you'd like, you can use yoga blocks here. Just take a moment here in your half lift to find really nice flat back, long spine, lengthening your spine all the way from the crown of your head to the tail. Engaging your abdominals, Uddiyana Bandha here. One more inhale. And as you exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up to standing as you sweep your arms first out to the side. And then start reaching up, 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 fingertips together. As you exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Samasthiti here. Inhale, reach up. As you exhale, open twist to the right. This time, one breath, one movement, back to center. Inhale. Exhale, twisting, opening to the left. Inhale, back to center. As you exhale, listen for change, yogis. Open, baby back bend. Okay, nice. Come to center, reach up. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, your choice. As you exhale, plant your hands and step one leg and then the other back to your plank position. So lift through your heels, press your heels back. Check your wrist under your shoulders. Doming your back, pulling your navel in and up, and breathing. Maybe Ujjayi breath. Or just hold your plank for 3 more deep breaths here, yogis. You got this. Warming up our core, building strength in whole body. Also make sure not crunching your neck. So soft gaze down between your hands. Also, one more inhale. And as you exhale, bring your knees to the mat and just send your hips back into your child's pose just for a moment to rest. Beautiful. When you're ready, you can come back to your tabletop position. And then from here, start bending your elbows straight back and slowly lower all the way down onto your belly. Plant your hands right under your shoulders and then hug those elbows in. Really squeeze those elbows to your body. Press firmly into the tops of your feet. And with your next inhalation, lift to low cobra. As you exhale, releasing your torso down. Inhale, tabletop position. And as you exhale again, downward facing dog. Take a moment here to reconnect with your breath. All right, let's move on, yogi. Soften those knees. Look between your hands. Take an inhale. As you exhale, walk your feet towards your hands. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Fold it down. Exhale. Inhale all the way up to standing as you reach your arms up. As you exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, reach up. Open, twist, exhale. Come back to center. Sweep both arms up. Exhale, open, twist to the left. Come back to center. Baby back bend with your exhalation. Cactus your arms. And then gently press your hips forward as you open through the chest. Coming back to center, inhale here. As you exhale, your forward fold. Inhale, finding half lift. As you exhale, stepping your left foot back. So coming to low lunge. Let's tap your back knee down and tuck your toes. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Reach your arms up and overhead. And sink your hips down and forward. One more breath here. Exhale. So draw your tailbone down. Engaging those abdominals to protect your lower back. Drawing that right hip crease back. One more cycle of breath here. And as you exhale, let's plant your hands, coming to open twist to the right. So your next inhalation, lift that back knee up and reach your right arm up overhead. So finding that twist, you'll extend through your heel back. One more breath. And as you exhale, plant your right hand back on the mat, step back to plank position. You inhale, shift your weight forward. As you exhale, tap your knees, just chin to the mat. So bend your elbows straight back, keeping your hips high. And then with your next inhalation, low cobra, untuck your toes. Lift to your low cobra. Firmly press the tops of your feet to the mat. And as you exhale, soften down, release. Inhale your tabletop position. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Moving on to the left side. So take an inhale, softly bend those knees, look forward. And as you exhale, stepping those feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift, forward fold. All the way up to standing, inhale. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, reach up. Baby back bend, exhale. Reaching back up. And as you exhale, listen for change. So from here, release your arms, interlace your fingers behind your back. Let's take an inhale, squeeze those shoulder blades, soften those knees. And as you exhale, coming to forward fold. So release the crown of your head down and drawing those arms towards your head. Keep sending your tailbone up. Gorgeous. When you're ready, release your bind, plant your hands or your fingertips to the mat, and step your right foot back, finding low lunge. Tap your back knee down, square and level those hips forward. With your next inhalation, reach forward and up, and release those hips, Anjaneyasana. Softening those shoulders. Pulling your left hip crease back. Engage your quadriceps and finding your breath here. Beautiful. One more inhale. As you exhale, planting those hands. Inhale, open twist to the left. Lift that right knee, straightening your right leg. And then twisting your torso to the left. Keep twisting your body, squeeze your belly. And as you exhale, plant your left hand back on the mat. Step back to plank position. This time, if you like, you can flow full Chaturanga Dandasana, or if you like, modify on your knees like we did before. Inhale, shifting your weight forward. Exhale, halfway down your Chaturanga. Inhale, flip your feet, upward facing dog. So really, firmly press away from your yoga mat. Lift your knees, your thighs, open through the chest. Engage those legs. When you are ready, press it back, downward facing dog. All right, let's take one more cycle of breath here in your down dog. Big inhale, big exhale. Moving on your knees. Let's bring your feet together As you inhale, three-legged dog. So first lift your right leg up high, flex your foot and point your toes down. So work on leveling those hips. Inhale here. And as you exhale, draw your knee towards your chest or your nose. Really hug it and squeeze that knee in. Round your back. Hold it here. And then slowly step your right foot between your hands. Inhale, drop your knee, rising your torso upright, reach up. And as you exhale, plant your hands, open twist. Inhale, either with your knee down or straight leg. Exhale, release. Bring that left knee back on the mat. So start sending your hips back, half split pose. But this time, let's bend your front knee generously here. So you're on your fingertips or using yoga blocks. Take an inhale as you lengthen through the spine. Look forward. And as you exhale, fold your torso down. So resting your torso, your belly on your thigh. Let's do this one more time. Inhale. Lift, lengthen, look forward. As you exhale, folding your torso down, drawing that right hip crease back. Inhale, lifting your torso, plant your right foot back on the mat. Plant your hands, pick up that left knee, inhale here. And as you exhale, step your left foot to meet your right into your forward fold. So just take a moment here, generously bending those knees again, releasing your head down. With your next inhalation, coming to half lift, palms on your shin. Exhale, step back to plank. Move through your vinyasa, your chaturanga dandasana. Take your time, so moving with your breath. And we will meet in downward facing dog. In your down dog, 2 or 3 deep breaths. Again, being mindful of your wrists, so really making sure you're pressing those fingertips to the floor. All right, okay, so let's do three-legged dog on the left side. So first bring those legs together, and then you can start, oops, sorry, plant, lifting your left leg up, level your hips, left hip in line with your right, drop your left toes down, breathe. Yes, challenging pose, you got this. One more inhale. As you exhale, draw that knee towards your chest, maybe your nose, drop your head and really squeeze and hug that knee in. And when you're ready, slowly, mindfully step your left foot between your hands. Drop that back knee down. Inhale, half crescent lunge. Exhale, release those hips down. One more breath. Plant your hands. Exhale. Twisting your torso open to the left. Pick that right knee up. Reach your left fingertips up. And as you exhale, release your left hand down. Tap your back knee back on the mat. Half split pose, or start sending your hips back. Drawing your right hip forward, left hip back. Bending that left knee. And make sure you have your left toes really flexed, so drawing your toes towards your body. Let's take an inhale as you lengthen through the spine, look forward. And as you exhale, folding your torso down. One more time, yogis. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Very nice. Lift your torso, look forward. Plant your foot, your hands. Step back to plank. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, press back to downward facing dog. With your next inhalation, again, three-legged dog, bring your feet together and then lift your right leg up. Center level your hips as you lift your right leg up and back. And as you exhale, squeeze that knee towards your torso. And then plant your foot between your hands. Inhale, crescent lunge, high lunge. So first bring your hands to your hips and then slowly start rising your torso upright. You can modify with bringing your back knee all the way to the mat or just hovering your bent knee. Or if you'd like, you can Straighten your left leg all the way. So spike that back heel up and press it back. And look at your front knee. Align your knee right over your ankle. Draw your tailbone down. Uddiyana Bandha. Squeeze that belly in. Shoulder over your hips. When you are ready, sweep your arms forward and up. With your exhalation, sinking maybe a little deeper into your crescent lunge. Very nice. One more breath here. As you exhale, hands to your heart. Prepare for twist, yogis. Inhale, lengthening your spine, leaning forward. As you exhale, twist your torso open to the right or revolve crescent line. So fully pressing your elbow into your thigh into your elbow to twist your body. Also fully pressing both hands together. Broaden across your collarbone. Squeeze that belly in and breathe. Challenging pose. You can bring that back knee down at any point. Stay with me. Two more deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale, deepen your twist. One more full breath in. Full breath out. And just for a moment, if you'd like to straighten your arms, reaching up and down. One more breath. And then release. Great job. Again, tuck your back knee down. Untuck your toes, and let's this time do open twist with your knee on the mat. So your open twist, reaching up. As you exhale, plant your hand back on the mat. Tuck your left toes under, step back to plank. Move through your vinyasa. Either modify your chaturanga or full chaturanga. Inhale, low cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, release your torso down. And then move through your tabletop or plank. Send your hips back, downward facing dog. Let's even it out on the left side. First, bring your feet together. Inhale, three-legged dog. Lift your left leg up. Flex your foot. Square and level those hips. Breathe. Gorgeous. One more inhale as you lift that left heel a little bit higher. And as you exhale, knee to chest. And then you can step your foot between your hands, finding your crescent lunge on this side. So if you feel wobbly like me, so widening your stance, so bring your feet hip width apart, square and level those hips. So just take a moment to really find stability in this pose. If it's too much on your shoulders, you can bring your hands to your heart or keeping your hands at your hips. Again, checking your front knee over your ankle, sinking maybe a little bit deeper. Gorgeous. When you are ready, sweep your arms up, lengthen through the spine. Inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, leaning forward. Squeeze your belly. As you exhale, twist. So let's stay here in your twist. Few more breaths. You got this. Great job, yogis. You're almost done. Two more deep breaths. Maybe if you'd like to extend your left arm up, right arm down. And then slowly release. Come to low lunge. Bring that back knee on the mat and tuck your toes. You open twist to the left with your knee on the mat. And as you exhale, release. Now from here, let's bring your right knee back. So coming to your tabletop position. And then sit on your heels for a moment. Yeah, we need a little rest. Take an inhale as you exhale your full child's pose balasana. So just take a moment to rest, recharge, reconnect with your breath. Soften those shoulders, relax your arms. Just anchor to your breath. And when you're ready, slowly start lifting your torso back upright. Right, yogis, let's do malasana. So step your feet as wide as your yoga mat. You turn your way this time. So turning your toes out, your heels in. Feel free to, you can sit on a yoga block and then bring your hands to your heart. Firmly press your elbows into your knees to open your knees out to the side. Lengthen through the spine, so drawing your tailbone down. And adding again twist, yes. So plant your right hand on the mat. Reach your left arm up as you gently twist your torso. Keep pressing your arm into your knee and your knee into your arm to really stretch and twist, reaching up high. Beautiful. Slowly release. Come back to center. Left hand next to your foot. Right arm up. Inhale, reaching up. As you exhale, release. All right, yogis. Now from here, slowly start straightening your legs and then toe heel your feet all the way together. Take an inhale, finding half lift, just resetting your spine. As you exhale, forward fold. Now from here, plant your hands and step your feet as wide as you comfortably can. So wide-legged forward fold. So first coming onto your hands, so you can use yoga blocks. So again, finding flat back here. Slightly turning your toes in, just a little pigeon toe. So as you inhale, lengthen through the spine, you look forward. And as you exhale, forward fold. So again, make sure you're folding from your hip joints, not from your lower back. You can go all the way on your forearms, maybe resting the crown of your head on the mat. And then let's pause here for a moment. Feel free to bend your knees as much as you need to if it's too much on your hamstrings. Just always modifying to your needs, listening to your body. Relax your head, your shoulders, your neck muscles. And just take a moment to let go of any tension you might feel in your hamstrings. And also any tension in your mind. When you are ready, slowly come back to half lift. Let's plant your left hand right under your nose. And as you inhale, open, twist to the right, reaching up through your right fingertips. Take a moment to stack your shoulders. As you exhale, plant, switch hands. So plant your right hand down, open, twist to the left, reaching up. And then let's release. And then slowly toe heel your feet back together. Inhale, halfway lift, resetting your spine. And as you exhale, forward fold. And let's have a seat, yogis. Great job. All right, so let's lay down on your back. Squeeze your knees towards your body. You can start rocking side to side. All right, and then extend your left leg long. So rest your left leg on the mat and keep squeezing your right knee towards your body. And let's guide that right knee over to the left for your supine twist when you're ready. So you can cactus your right arm or open your arm out to the side and slightly scoop your hips to the right. You can look over to the right. And let's pause here for a moment. Beautiful spinal twist. Try to release any tension you might be holding in your lower back. Make sure you have both shoulder blades on the mat. And feel free to modify, maybe resting your knee on the block. If you'd like to get a deeper stretch, maybe if you like, you can plant your left hand on your knee or on your thigh and gently pressing on your leg to deepen your stretch. Let's take one more full breath in and long breath out. Slowly return back to center. You will switch legs, so extend your right leg long, squeezing that left knee in towards your torso. Relax your shoulders down towards the mat. And whenever you are ready, finding your supine twist. So guiding that knee over to the right, scoop your hips to the left. An option, cactus your left arm or extend your arm out to the side, whatever feels better to your body. You can send your gaze up or you can look over to the left. Maybe gently pressing your hand to your leg to deepen your twist. Just be careful and mindful of your lower back. Very nice. Let's take all together one more inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Slowly come back to center for your happy baby. So bend your knees and spread your knees wide apart. Hold on to the outside edges of your feet. And then from you start pressing onto your feet to draw your knees down towards the floor. Checking your shins perpendicular to the floor and drawing the outer hips down towards the mat. So pressing your lower back flat on the mat. Maybe gently rocking side to side. You can make sure you're not crunching into your shoulders. Hard doggies, and then slowly release your happy baby. Supta Baddha Konasana. So bring the soles of your feet together and let's drop your knees out to the side. If it's too much on your inner thighs and your groins, you can support each of your knee or your thigh on the block. So slightly tuck your pelvis under, lengthen through the lower back, lengthen through the spine. And just plant your hands on your belly and take a couple of deep breaths into your belly. Noticing the rise and fall of your belly as you breathe. And just take a moment to notice how you feel. And when you're ready, you can slowly start bringing your knees back together and extend one leg at a time. Sweep your arms overhead. Reach, stretch your body like in the morning stretch. And then slowly bend your knees, come into fetal position. So really lifting, bringing your knees up towards your body. Plant your hands under your head as a pillow.
And just take a moment to give thanks to yourself for showing up to your yoga mat, for doing something really good for your body, for your mind. Because the hardest part is to show up, and you did it. Great job. And then slowly pressing into one hand and the other hand to bring yourself up to a seat. All right, yogis, let's take one more cycle of breath all together. Here we go. Big inhale through the nose. Big open mouth exhale. Let it go. Thank you so much, everyone, for sharing your time, your energy with me. I bow to all of you. Namaste.